Hello guys, welcome to the Vector 2010 channel. And if you're coming back, welcome back to the Vector 2010 channel. Now, I recently posted a video where I talk about my least favorite Skylander in every element. And some of you guys got really mad at me because I have pretty bad opinions. But I still wanted to talk about my favorite Skylander from every element, hopefully dissuading the people who are angry at me. So, basically, I just have had motivation to make videos again. Yay, let's go. So, just go through my favorite Skylander of every element. In the recording, you might hear a fan in the background. You might not. I'm not turning that fan off for anything. Because here where I live, in the summertime, it gets hot as balls. Okay, so that fan is staying on, and whether or not you can hear it, or I just sound like a madman, is, yep. So, anyways, Earth element time. I feel like the only acceptable answer that could be for the Earth element is Prison Break. So that is my answer. Honestly, an icon of the series, not only from Spyro's Adventure, but also the face of the light cores and a huge inspiration behind the trap design. This guy is iconic. And he's also really good. So, I mean, that helps. Not only is he easily the most unique character from a playstyle perspective in Spyro's Adventure, being the most complicated by far, he's also just so fun. I really love that you can choose your own kind of flavor of playstyle when you're playing as him. You can either choose to have a really strong focused beam in front of you, or to have a bunch of crystals around, and you can split your beam through all of them and you'll have really good crowd coverage, but every time a beam splits through a crystal it gets slightly weaker. It's so good, man. He's fantastic. I love Prison Break. The only downside is that for a rock creature, he's got surprisingly low health and armor stats. But he has a fairly decent melee ability and also 2 ranged abilities, so you should be keeping enemies at a distance most of the time. So yeah, Prison Break is overall just a really great character, and if you don't have him, why? For the air element, I don't know if this is going to be considered controversial or something, but yeah, I went with Blades. Fight me. Blades is honestly a fantastic character. My second favorite in the whole series. He's absolutely amazing. He's got such a charming personality. He's great on both paths. He can hold his own in Imaginators. What's not to love about this guy? He's on par with most every trap master. Hell, I'd even say he's pretty decent compared to a lot of the senseis. This guy is amazing. I mean, dragon with sword wings. What else do I really have to say? He's fantastic. He's got good crowd control with his second ability that can also become a ranged ability if you use a primary on his secondary. And if you take the vortex path where his whirlwind becomes bigger, then you get basically just a giant shield around you. It does a ton of damage to enemies within it, and it deflects projectiles, so you're basically just completely protected. How do people not like this guy? I didn't have any silly memes for Blades, so Josh Hutcherson. And then from the air element, we move on to the water element. And we also go from my second favorite character in the whole series to, yeah, that's right, you're so smart, you guessed it, my favorite character in the whole series. Gilgrunt is absolutely fantastic. First of all, he's the face of the entire series, easily making him the most iconic character. When you think of Skylanders, 90% of people are gonna think of Gilgrunt. Also, interestingly, he is the only Skylander to ever get a Series 4. And when we're talking about his series variants, can we just talk about how good all of his Wow Pows are? His first anchor Wow Pow is Series 2, you just shoot 3 anchors. It's basic, but it gets the job done. His second Wow Pow is super unique. Arching your anchor and then creating a whirlpool, that's so cool. And his Series 4 Wow Pow is also really good. If you're tired of all these anchor Wow Pows, don't worry, because his Series 4 gives him a water leviathan that he rides like a bull. As a Midwesterner, seeing someone ride an animal like a bull makes me cream in my pants. I mean, this guy is so good that I recorded both of his soul gems for this video. He's fantastic. Yes, he has a flying move, but both of his paths are really good. You get infinite water, you get exploding fish on one path, and on the other path you shoot 3 harpoons that pierce enemies and do way more damage. He's just, oh, he's amazing. He's so good. I love Gilgore. Easily the best of the water element and the best of the entire series. No debate, fight me. After the water element, of course, has to be the fire element. And before I talk about Taekwon Crow, I have to give an honorary mention to Wildfire. But, even though Wildfire is really good, I just had to choose Taekwon Crow. He's got a fantastic personality, first of all. He's hilarious.
I have mastered the art of victory! And I'm pretty good at finger painting, too. Taekwon Crow's skills cannot be measured in numbers! Or maybe they can. I never really tried. No barrier can stop Taekwon Crow! Except maybe emotional barriers. But I am working on that.
And I've had Taekwon Crow ever since I was a kid. And he's just always been one of my favorite characters ever. And he is still my favorite sensei. He's really good. I like the buzzer beaks. They're so fun. They just follow you around. And his soul gem where you summon a giant one is... It's comedy gold. His primary is basic, but it's really good, and his fire kick is so good for crowd control. Like, Taekwon Crow is just good in every facet. The only downside is that he has kind of a low amount of health, but honestly, since he's a ranged character, it's not really that bad, and he's so powerful it should never be a problem. I mean, the Great Hawkmungus never loses anyways. So yeah, Taekwon Crow is a legendary Skylander, and... if you don't have him, he's one of the cheapest Imaginators characters, so definitely consider purchasing him. After the fire element, we of course have to talk about the magic element. Duh! And I actually decided to go with Enigma. He's really good. He kind of embodies what the magic element is as a whole. Like, Blastermind probably encapsulates the element a little bit better, but Enigma is a little bit stronger, so I ended up having to choose him. First of all, his backstory is so cool. It's kind of hard to explain, so you're just gonna have to look it up yourself, but like, Enigma as a character is just really, really cool. I love it. It's awesome. His primary ability is a basic ability, especially for a staff user, but like, it's a strong ability, and the combos that come with it are also really good. I like that they feed into like his realm hopping kind of gimmick. His turning invisible is really cool, because he's not actually turning invisible. He's, again, look up his backstory, and you'll, like, understand what he's actually doing. But it's really good, and I like that you're invulnerable except for your cloak. It's really cool.
Where's Enigma? Where is he? Where is Enigma? Where is he?
His tertiary ability is just, you know, it's really good for crowd control around you. I love how you can charge up that ability and just rain down eyeballs. It's the most magic element thing I've ever seen. And his soul gem, also really cool and pretty unique. Your staff becomes really big and the eye shoots a laser. It's cool. I also really like that his staff is, like, alive. Enigma is just a great character. He encapsulates the element so well. He's pretty strong. Like, Enigma is just fantastic, like everyone else on this list. For the tech element, I mean, the answer is pretty obviously Spyrise, right? Like, it's clearly Spyrise. Like, there's no other tech Skylander that's better than him. First of all, his design, dope as hell. Okay, he's like a cyborg spider kind of thing. Oh, pretty cool, right off the bat, first of all. Second of all, he's really powerful. He's just strong. He's a really strong character. What else can I say? And, like, he has so many abilities. Spyrise easily has the largest moveset of any Skylander at all. Like, his web shots, and then you can charge it up to shoot a web bomb. You can melee enemies for extra health, and you have a laser. You can fly up into the sky, then land back down on enemies, which also creates mines, and then you can also use your feet as rapid-fire turrets or as flamethrowers. And while you're in the air, before you slam down, you can also use a laser. He has so many things that he can do. Like, he's so strong, and there are so many options for every fight you enter. It's impossible to get bored as Spyrise. It's not possible. Not doable. When you're playing as Spyrise, you can't get bored of playing as him. He has so many options at all times. Unlike Spyrise, however, it's super easy for you to get bored of me yapping, so enjoy some brain rot. He has so many options that there's no way he doesn't have something someone likes. Like, Spyrise is an obvious choice. He is, to me at least. He is clearly the best of the tech element, and I'm sad it took me so long to get him. For the undead element, it was a tough choice. It was a very hard decision, because similar to the water element, the undead element has a ton of great characters, although unlike the water element, none of them are as definitely better than every other member of the element like Gilgren is. So undead was just a really hard choice. I ended up going with Crypt King just because he's all around the best character. For a melee character, due to his broadsword, he's got some decent range, his secondary ability is good for crowd control, and his third ability, it's very specific situations that you need to be in to make it usable, but sometimes if there's like a large enemy and you just want to slow him down, it's handy, it's good to use. And both of his paths are also really good. One of his paths improves his bugs and it makes him do more damage, stun enemies, and also heal after the swarm disappears. But unlike most Skylanders, where the healing path is definitively the better one, Crypt King's alternate path is also pretty good. Getting more damage and armor for defeating enemies is a really good risk-reward system, and I like it a lot. Not to mention, he has the best variant in the entire series. Give it up for Piss King, ladies and gentlemen. He's beautiful, I know he is, he's literally gorgeous. And, I don't really know what else to say about Crypt King other than he's a banger, dude. I love Crypt King. He's a little bit slow, he's got kind of a big hitbox, but it's made up for by the fact that he's just so damaging and he has such a great aura about him. I really like him. He's Chop Chop's dad, I mean. For life, I decided to go with Cash Banuka. I know that his health is pretty low for senseis and he's not particularly strong, but I like how much he can do and how faithful he is to the original while still having some new stuff with him. Like, you know, I really like the Wumpa Fruit Cannon, his crate ability where you can charge it up and spin it all around him. I like his Super Dash, I like his Belly Pound, even if it's not very useful most of the time. His spinning is cool. I like that he has multiple lives, just like in the original games. The level he comes with is great. They mastered his personality. I still like that he absolutely cannot talk except for when he says his own name. That's hilarious. Overall, Mr. Crash Bandicoot is really good, and I just wanted to get over this section fast because the next section is really cool. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna be so for real. I could sit here and yap to you about the best light Skylander for X amount of time, or I could make someone else do it for me. I'm gonna do that one. Everyone welcome my best friend, Everest. I said clap! Much better.
Hi. Guess I'm doing this. So, I like Nightlight because, one, he looks really cool. I like his wings, and I really like birds, and that's also probably why I like his wings. But, yeah, he's very cool looking, and I really like his, sword attacks. I don't usually like melee characters, but I like how he can, hit enemies into the air and damage them as he does so, because it kind of gets them away from you, but close enough that you can still hit them. And he does a lot of damage. He's really strong, and he can also teleport. That's really cool, almost like, I guess, a little bit like Hulu, and I also like Hulu. but it's different enough that it doesn't seem copy and pasted. And, yeah, it's really cool.
It's probably also because she's told me she wants to smash. What? Holy barnacles. Last element of the video. Let's get this over with. Blackout is the best Dark Skylander out of the 3 that I have. Maybe it's just bias, because I got him for 20 bucks in the big year of 2025, but could also probably be because he's good. He's not necessarily that strong, but I like him for a similar reason I like Spyrise. He's just got a lot of variety. He doesn't really have one set gimmick, he's just kind of a lot of good ideas melded into one Skylander. His wing whip is cool. If you jump and press the primary, you become a saw blade. His secondary summons a black hole. You can charge it up and then create a bigger black hole. And you're in the air for some reason, I don't know. Your third ability is you shoot like a vortex in front of you, I guess, and if you can teleport through them, which is a good way to get around the field. Also, his best ability by far is a soul gem, where is just if you overlap 2 of the third ability, he creates a giant supernova. He's cool. He's really cool. Like I said, not necessarily that powerful. Doesn't really have a specific gimmick or anything, but he's got a lot of variety, so it's hard to get bored as him. He's also got a decent amount of health. He's got a good personality. Fantastic design. His design is badass. And that's it. Let's move on to the intro. Outro. I'm tired. Alright, that's my favorite Skylander from every element. Let me know what you thought. You know, tell me if you thought that these were good options, or let me know if you think that they were bad options. I don't really care. You know, first, before I, end this video, I have to say this was not my 50 subscriber special. That is going into production immediately after this video gets posted. And also just shout out to a couple of people. First of all, my dad. He voiced Immortal during the Enigma segment. He's a top G. Thank you to VSL Edits for collabing with me and making that Gilgrunt edit. It was sweet. There's his channel name. Thank you to Everest, my best friend, for doing the Nightlight segment. Here's her Instagram. And, if you like the video, like and subscribe and all that other stuff. Bye.